Christmas Eve special. It's important because it is actually Christmas Eve today, although in about okay, and yeah, that's how that works. That's how time works, everybody. So it is nice to have you along for the ride today. I'm going to be playing Train Sim World again because last time I enjoyed it and found that I was okay at doing it on stream, and then hopefully maybe one day we'll have more Train Sim World videos, hopefully. And I'll talk a bit about some of the experiences that I've had today as far as the game goes, and then, you know. So, basically, I'm playing Train Sim World 1, and that's important to realise because there is a sequel to this game, and I've discovered that the sequel has content that's different. Let's just say it apparently has a new how to say, I don't know. Apparently it has a new sort of interface associated with it that's going to be different from this one, and also some things, and also it seems a bit more complex as far as how it operates goes. However, today I'm going to be trying to, well, since I've forgotten and since last time it didn't go so great, I'm going to try and drive the class. Is it the 47 or the 45? Class 47 or 45? Could be either, if I'm completely honest. It'll tell me what it is when I get into it, hopefully. But everybody probably knows what trains these are just by looking at them, but I'm not that much of an expert to tell what class of an engine each one is. So there's, as you can see, an advert for Train Sim World 2, which is out now, which it has been for 4 months, apparently on the PS4. And maybe I'll pick it. I'm guessing that I should probably pick that up. It will let me keep the content I've got from this game after all, which is pretty good. Nice of it to do. Here we are. Come on, start talking.
Welcome to these Class 45 and Class 47 locomotives in VR Corporate Blue livery. This brief introduction will go through start-up, stopping and passenger door operations.
Yeah, I want the Class 45.
To get the locomotive started, set the battery isolation switch.
Which for some reason I never need to do anyway.
Time will be spent in the locomotive cab, so climb aboard to get started.
I believe this is a Class 45, I think. What I usually drive that one, because that seems a lot easier to operate than this one. But let's find out.
The master key is used to activate the control desk.
Yes, it's also in the middle of 2 controls, so you know you can mess it up. Set the reverser to engine only.
The locomotive is now ready to be started.
Lovely.
Use the straight air brake to hold the locomotive during the startup procedure.
Why is it not doing it?
Release the brakes and allow the system to charge.
Oh, so it's a separate thing, is it? Waiting for the system to
Use the reverser to set the direction of travel.
Forward.
Marker lights are used to inform others around that this locomotive is active.
Lovely. Got the front headlights on. Yeah, I have. That's the thing. Oh, you want me to do it with the button, do you? Oh, okay.
Almost ready. Release the remaining brakes. Parking brake and straight air brake.
Handbrake. Well, alright. Handbrake is off. Okay. Release the straight brake. Done that.
Increase the throttle to start moving. Do not apply too much power too quickly. It's important to provide a smooth ride for passengers.
Yeah, very important indeed. Reach speed of 10 miles an hour. Well, give it a bit more welly, as they will say. Bit more welly.
Coasting is used to be fuel efficient. Climbing or falling grades can affect this, however. So always be vigilant
Well, we are
of your speed.
speeding at the moment. Yeah, I know. Although, I think the straight brake is probably going to be weak enough. How weak is this brake? Let me try and... Ah. So it needs time to sort of, yeah. Whereas if I was to use the straight brake, which I can't because the game won't allow me to, because I'm in a training mode, I'm guessing I might be going braking a bit harder, which probably will be a good idea. The faster you can stop these things, the better, pretty much. Give it a tiny little bit of braking with the air there going. There we go, managing speed. If I turn throttle on, it should give me a little bit of coasting power. Unless I'm going up a hill, in which case I'll have to increase it a bit more. So yeah, there are some DLCs for this game, or at least the sequel, because they will be in the sequel as well, that I'm interested in picking up. I just hope that they make for interesting viewing. I do get one of them. I do get a couple free actually. I should probably just check those again after this has been done. Well, it will ask me to stop in a moment when it decides that I've probably gone too far. Use the throttle and brake to make my
Let's try stopping at a station and boarding passengers. The key aspect is to make a gentle, controlled approach.
Yep.
Stopping a train in the
There's only one problem with that, mate. There's only one problem because you locked my fucking throttle. Wait, stop the train. Now? Oh, you want me to do it there? Okay. There's only one problem with that, mate. You see, what you did was you locked my control so that I couldn't actually... No, don't stop. Don't stop, please. Don't stop. I don't want to learn that this thing shuts down when you turn it to a certain level of braking. I don't want to learn that. Because then I'll be playing the game and I'll get confused as to why it's doing that. This game will confuse you, and it does take a while for the brakes to come off. No, don't stop moving. Oh, well, kinda doesn't matter now.
Give a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe, then unlock the doors.
I mean, it's a bit pointless ensuring that everything is safe, because why wouldn't it be safe on the platform? The platform is not my duty, it's the train that's my duty to make sure that's safe. You fool. It doesn't really matter if I put the throttle on or not. At least you get a little light there to let you know. Shouldn't really matter that I've engaged the emergency brakes because it's done now.
Boarding is now complete. Set the doors to lock.
There we go. There was the class 45. Right, I was right. 45, which is the older one of the two, I believe. And the one I think a lot of train enthusiasts know. Probably. Main menu though. I'm gonna look very quickly at the store section of this game. Music of Adam. I don't think I'd enjoy being a train conductor. You know, What, you mean walking up and down the train checking people's tickets? That's what a conductor does. The driver is the one who actually drives, but I don't think they really have conductors anymore, I'm not sure. At least over here. Just to even get into a station, I believe you need a ticket to get anywhere near the platforms. Yeah, driver. I figure it'll be a lot easier to do in real life because you get to see everything in one go. Where am I going? I'm going to the store. Right. So the digital deluxe edition is what I'm going to be picking up because you actually do get a DLC included with that I wanted anyway. And you get it for cheaper. Though for some strange reason they've decided that they want to also give me main Spessart Bahn, which is I believe somewhere in Switzerland or Austria, somewhere like that, and they also wanted to give me Long Island Railroad, which I think is like the New York, is it the New York elevated? Is it the elevated rail in New York? I don't know. Probably, that's what it is. There's individual locomotives, but you need the corresponding DLC in order to use those. And it just depends on which ones. And with those locomotives, you do actually get more things you can do. So it's not just the train that, not just the train that you're getting. But yeah, Class 31 though, I mean, that looks... Let me just... The following needs to be... Right, Tees Valley Line, so it's an industrial focused train. But I will look into that one because I like the look of that one, even though Tees Valley Line is all about... Where is it? Yeah, £11.24. And East Coast Way is the one you get with the digital deluxe edition included, so that's nice. But the Tees Valley line is the one that I'm kind of interested in, although it was quite expensive. It's all about industry, I believe, so I think it's just freight lines that you'll be using, that you'll be doing in that one. I hope that is not too bad an experience. And then you can also have the Class 20 chopper, which... It's a weird train, is that? A really weird train that I think I probably enjoy driving that one. What's this one for? That's for the Long Island Railroad, that whichever one it is. Is that LIRR M3 EMU, electric multiple unit? Yeah. Right, okay. And then that one I believe is for Somerset, yeah, that's for Somerset, which is also a nice one. But it's £20, so it's a lot of money for a DLC, which, I imagine that's why they put some of these on offer though, because they are mostly industrial based, I think. Anyway, enough about that. That's basically my plan, is to get the DLCs that I just mentioned and maybe some of the locomotives as well. Though they are kind of pricey. I mean, £5.74 would probably be less than getting a real miniature model of it in real life, so kind of thinking about that. Don't know whether that's a good value or not. But now I will try and drive the Class 45 on an actual service. Let's make it summer clear. Oh, maybe cloudy, to be honest. We'll have a little bit of rain. Wetness, I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. Cloud level. Wind. Don't think that matters too much. There we go. Oh. Right, let's do one of these. Can either do Manchester to Leeds or Leeds to Manchester, which is the other way around. Let's just do this one, the one in the morning. Leeds to Manchester Victoria. We'll do that. Sounds like a plan to me. Anyway, hope we're all well, whoever's watching at the moment. I hope that tomorrow will be a good Christmas for everybody. Right. Train Sim World 2. I know, you keep advertising that game. Keep advertising that. I really should check out Long Island Railroad, because I'm getting that free and I want to see, you know. I did unlock the doors. We're on the left, are we? Oh. End of the platform there. So I need to lock the right ones then. Nice. Okay, master key is on. Reverser should be in engine only. Is it started? Would it hurt me if I pressed that and it didn't start again? Wait until whatever time. Lock the doors. So neutral shutdown. Don't really want that. Put the straight brake on to that. Is the handbrake still on? Really? Okay. No? Oh, so it's a silly wheel for that. So I can take that off, and then all I need to worry about is removing that. I think the brakes have been charged. Yep. Take it off. Forward. Throttle on. And give it some welly. And then, where's the wipers? I think it's this one. Wiper is on run. Pretty quick wiper. What a wiper. Quick wiper. There. Can you manage that? Brilliant. Ah, it's raining, a typical British summer's day, even though we're in winter. And there's our horn. That must not be very fun for whoever's hearing it. Ooh. And then we got a low one, I assume. That's our low one. This would be easier on PC, but as I'm on a console, I kind of can't. I can switch between the straight brake and the driver's brake. That's off. Okay, right. We're not trending really upwards, so I can... Oh, rewarded and use the headlights. Wow. Thank you. My goodness. And that's what we're driving. Class 45. Well, we're pulling out of Leeds. This is what Leeds looked like in 1983, apparently. Where I actually live. Except I wasn't around then. How many carriages are we pulling today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8. Sorry, sneezing. Excuse me. 8 carriages today. Nice. The windscreen wiper might get on my nerves. It might get on my nerves. Right. They've turned the speed limit up, so that means I can apply some more power. Another train. Yeah. But also, with the sequel, it sounds nice that we're getting some speed there. You know, revving it up a lot. Very nice. I prefer diesel trains to steam trains, but you know, I'm surprised they haven't actually added any steam trains to this game. And I don't know if they are planning to do that with the what is it? With the sequel. I don't know if they're planning to do that with the sequel. But if they are, good luck to them, because steam trains are incredibly complicated to model. And I don't think anyone really enjoys modelling them, even those that are interested in 3D design, whatever. Although I'm sure if it's a passion project, then somebody out there has probably done it, and it looks immaculate, because steam trains and all can just go and see one or open one up. Can't really do that. So I'm guessing you would be working from original blueprints or something. But yeah, now we can increase some power again. And I've never actually been on a train out of Leeds station. I don't think I have been. And if I have, I don't remember what it looks like. So whether or not this area would look kind of the same as it does in this game, I wouldn't know. But they are obviously modelling it after a time period which is past 5, so I don't think anyone would really know. Also, I really hope the brake is not applied. It shouldn't be. Yep, well, it's definitely off. This thing doesn't really gain speed that quickly. Will we need the wipers? Wipers are kind of annoying me now. There we go. Quick blast of the horn, as if it really matters. We were stopping at Dewsbury next. Yes, that is how it said. At 11:37. Yep, 11:37. I think so. And it is now 11:28 or 6, I don't know. We will be reaching the speed limit soon. And I think that the 50-mile-an-hour speed limit will be coming in mainly because we're approaching a station. So, first out of Leeds you get to Morley station, which is actually the station which is less than a mile away from me right now. In fact, it's much less than a mile. Which will be coming up soon. Take that off. Give it some braking. And I think it does take a while to kind of turn the brakes off. Yep, yeah it does. Okay, so we might be better. We might be better using the straight brake then, because that doesn't really stay on. Might be a good idea. We are trending downwards though because we're climbing. Turn it back up to full throttle, and whether or not I can actually reach the station in time for when the game wants me to be there, the answer to that is I don't know. I don't know whether we'll make it or not. Just turn the wipers back on. I can probably, yeah. There we are. And in a moment, there's some houses up there. And if you keep going past those houses, and you keep walking a bit some more, you will get to where I am right now. In real life. And there's a crossing that I used to cross all the time. And I put the driver's brake on instead. And here's Morley Station. And then we'll be going through the tunnel which goes under the entire town. That bridge is still there, still looks like this. And off we go, into the tunnel, which they haven't really done the light modelling properly for. And now we can turn it back to full throttle again. But it is a very long tunnel, and it is very, very dark in here. And I don't know if showing an external view will be any better. There should be a cab light for this thing though, there should be a light which, let's have a look. Internal driver stand, overhead panel. Well, I can't see, that's the problem. That's the problem, I can't see because it's pitch black in here. I think we're going to be fine to coast along at 60, I think. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Don't suppose using the tunnel in here would do it. Using the pawn in the tunnel I don't think will make any difference, because they're not super realistic with everything. I have noticed that they've kind of skipped some details which the more anal people around would complain about, like, oh, the sound doesn't change when you open the window. Wowee. Whereas, you know, if this was the year, I don't know, 1990 or something, and you weren't impressed with how this game is, oh look, see wiper, and we're out of the tunnel. But I need to now find the light switch, if there is one. Yes, nose light is, there we go. Engine room light, we won't really need that. Spare switch, I don't know what spare does. I meant to look that up last night, but I forgot. Headlight switch is on. Cab, slowing down. Don't know why we slowed down a bit. Oh, we were speeding up outside the tunnel, my mistake. Straight brake doesn't seem to be very good at braking. That's a problem. It's not exactly the best thing in the world for your brakes to not be that great. I guess we're going to have to use the air brakes then, very carefully, as leaving them on for too long would bring it to a complete stop, and I don't need to do that before I hit the station. Tail light should be, well, it should be red, realistically, shouldn't it? Should both be red, but you won't see them because it's at the back of the carriage. The carriage is in the way. My second woman there. She's in charge of taking over the train when I'm not able to do anything. Wow. So there's my blind. I do believe I need to slow down though. Yeah, I reckon so. Good brakes though. This is only what, 33%, and it's quite good at the moment. Right. Be sure to announce yourself when you join the stream if you want. What was on? I think 15 is appropriate to approach the station at. I see no reason why it wouldn't be. That wiper is annoying me though. See if we can reach it. There we go. Unlock on the left. Straight brake is on. Means I can take the regular brakes off. Stick it in engine only. And I will actually be right back. Put it off. Right, I'll be right back. Pausing. Okay, I'm back, and what time? Oh, sit back into forward, take the brakes off, throttle is on, and it should get me moving. Yes, it does. Fantastic. That's good. Very good indeed. And brake pin. I guess that's to set it if you want a certain level of braking. Maybe if you're going downhill. Demister. AWS acknowledgement. Right, circle to use AWS. Right. Although I don't know what I don't know where the switch is for that. And we have to find it if I want to show that. Right. Internal. Is it over the Oh, okay. Does that mean AWS is on or is it off? I am gonna have to explain what that is, aren't I? Driver. Right, is it on? If it is, that sunflower should have gone dark. Right. I'm guessing it's not. Fire alarm test. What's that button there? Oh. So brake selector switches if that matters. Okay. I'm speeding. Though I'm not speeding that much. Well, I am now. Oh, you put it back up again, haven't you? You cheeky... Don't know why you've done that. Why you have done that, I do not know. Cab heaters, lighting... I'm guessing it's not, oh, another train. It's either on her side, or it's... What is that? Fire alarm test, well... Do you have it? T off, DSP button pressed. Huh. So I guess we don't... Oh. Sander pedal. Well, I want to quickly change it back to, What? Oh. That's weird. Why did you do that? Does it have a dead man switch, this thing, and I just don't know about it? Or was it the sanding pedal that made it do that? Maybe. I'm not really keen on finding out though. Okay. Internal. Panel. AWS cab changeover lever on. Right. It doesn't seem to like me leaving the cab, but have I pressed something over here? Right, I think I know what's going on here. I think there is a dead man switch in this thing. And when I leave the seat, it puts on the brakes. That's why you heard the hissing. I'm assuming that's why. Instrument light switch. Well, that makes it easy to see. I'm assuming that's what went wrong there. So, don't leave the seat. It's probably a good idea, if I'm completely honest. We'll need to charge the laptop though. Very quickly put that on. Tiny bit of braking. We'll change to 70 in 400 and something yards. Right. Increase the throttle. Oh! Didn't mean to press that. Increase the throttle. Right. So I don't know why it doesn't seem to be pulling as much power. So if I try again. Yeah, the amps aren't going up. They should be. That is weird. The engine louder? Yeah. So it's definitely using some power. I guess it must just be pretty slow then to get up to speed. I think it's fine, unless something is trying to stop it. And I don't know what it might be. Get the wiper going. There we go. Okay, I don't think anything else in the cab is preventing me from doing what I need to do. Must just take a while to gain speed. Though it did seem to be going a bit faster before. see. So I haven't really pressed anything that could have done that. Hard braking because I'm going to need to stop for the station. Maybe it'll behave better when I stop, because that's usually when things sort of reset. I know, a red signal. Right. Engine only. Lock the left. Straight brake off. And moving forward. There we go. All good. All is good in the hood. Then Staley Bridge. Quite a while away. So, how is everyone doing tonight? It is currently 12:48 in the morning here. Don't need to worry about that speed limit really, because it's going to be going up, so we don't really need to adjust our speed any. I'm kinda cold, but well, all things considered. That's good. It is decently warm in here, although it could obviously be warmer. That's the thing. Could be warmer in here, it's comfortable enough. For anyone, for anyone just tuning in, we are going on the Transpennine network at the moment. Going from Leeds Station to Manchester Victoria, which is a distance of, I think, maybe 50-60 miles? No, probably not as much as that. But quite a few miles to get there. And we are driving the Class 45, which is a diesel locomotive. I could give you a look at that, hang on. So there's a camera. I'm basically maxing it at the moment because it doesn't seem to like going really fast. Oh. Obviously there's all the cabs. So we've got first class. Still first class. Nice, and I assume these are all second class beyond there. And first class passengers, I guess they get a better kind of, they don't really get anything better, to be honest. Maybe they get something extra, you know, for paying more for a first class ticket. But exactly what I do not know, because looking at that carriage it looks like they've got separate booths, but they're still with like, what, 5 other people that they might not know, so it is what it is. Do I really need to bother with the wipers? I can still see them, see where I'm going, even with all the rain. Oh, there's a Class 101 stop there, where the commuter services. And those type of trains are very different to drive from this one. This thing, if you'd like to imagine what it'd be like if you were driving a train but it's a car, so it's got gears that you have to change, and each gear locks you to a certain speed. It's like that, driving a Class 101, which we've just passed. And it is a bit more, I would say it's a lot more cerebral, requires a bit more concentration and thinking than driving one of these. Because all you have to worry about in this one is just throttle and brake. That's really it. And that's not really that hard to get your head around. However, as soon as you try and drive a Class 101, you have to then deal with the brakes, the gears, and then and also the throttle. And you have to take it off the throttle to change it into another gear. and you have to try and do that as quickly as possible without missing one. And if you end up missing one, which is very easy to do in this, on console, because you don't have key binds, and some of the buttons that you need to press can be quite close together, then you start to have a problem. And then it becomes kind of you're fumbling around with the controller trying to change gears in a train. It's a bit ridiculous. It would be a lot better if it didn't have the gears. I don't understand why it would need them, but I guess that's how it works. And it's not the only kind of geared train that is in Train Sim World as a series. There is one in the second game that's part of a DLC that's on the Isle of Wight, and I think it's a class 483 or 183 or something like that. But it is basically kind of a similar thing in that game, but it's probably a lot easier to do. And we are going over the speed limit. Speedometer is very handy in that it turns red when you're over the speed limit. That's nice. You're going to turn it down to 40 in about what? So I need the brakes back on again. But that's going to turn it back to 65, so I suppose it's okay to speed through this. Yeah. I see no reason why I can't speed through this. There we go. Back up to, increasing the thing here, because it put the speed limit back up again. So, no real point slowing down. Now it changes. And I looked at some gameplay of the second game, and the people who were playing it were saying something along the lines of, when the very back of your train passes the board for the speed limit, that is when it comes into effect. Apparently, those are the rules. So that might be why it seems delayed, because we are pulling 8 carriages, which are quite long, behind this thing. So that must be why it took a while to kick in there. I assume that's the reason. I'm not entirely sure. I could check at the next board whether that actually happens, though some of them seem to kind of come into effect early, some of them don't. So it's a bit weird how it does that. But I don't know, maybe the developers did it that way for a reason. Maybe there is a reason why they did that. Unfortunately, I don't know the reason, so kind of a bit difficult there. Yeah, speeding though. Right. Another long tunnel. We're supposed to stop at Staley Bridge at 12:12. Sounds reasonable enough. That's about, what, 10 minutes from now, pretty much, is when it wants us to be there. This whole game does run in real time, everything is real time. So we are not being artificially boosted all the time. It's not going up by artificial seconds. It is all real time. So if a journey says it's going to take you an hour, you better bloody believe it will take you an hour to do that journey. And you will fail if you go past a signal that's on red. If you go past it anyway. So we need to slow down apparently. Oh, but you'll put it back up to 60, won't you? Because apparently... That's weird. Now it's at 60 again. So I didn't really need to slow down there at all. I could have just barreled on through. Fair enough, fair enough. That's how it's done. And this is in the days... This is in the days before you would have signals that kind of connect to the train. So this is before all of that. This DLC is set in, what, 1983? So you wouldn't have any of that technology to help you. All you'd really know is you'd have to look out for a signal, which they do actually have in the game. They do change. And you can change the HUD so that it doesn't show you the next signal. If you want a more challenging experience, yeah, look. So there's the green signal that it says is coming up in 100 odd yards. So then if you turn off the HUD and you didn't have the... I can move across now. If you turn off the HUD and you turn off this feature, then you would have to look for the signals yourself. If that makes any sense. So, like a real train driver would have to. And I don't know whether even modern trains have the ability to see what the next signal is. I'm guessing that they do, because it sounds like a better feature than do it the old-fashioned way. So it says there's a green coming up in 300 yards. We'll look out for that, just to kind of show you that it does indeed work like that. So there it is. Probably a lot easier to see at night. And worthy of note, I don't think it'll tell you if speed limit changes either if you're in that mode, which is a bit annoying. So if you don't see a signal and you're playing in the sort of hardcore I don't want a HUD mode, these are your instrument readouts. So these are what you'd have to read in order to understand what the train is doing. You'd also have to then somehow know with the train you're driving roughly how long it's going to take you to stop, which I guess you pick up eventually. There's the green. And I've never done it in that hardcore mode before, and I'm kind of scared too, because, well, this isn't exactly brilliant, is it? This is a cool ass game, but I need to head back to the farm. Thanks for the stream, man. The farm. No problem. Don't need to be, don't worry about it. Right, there we go. Okay, there we go. So in that hardcore mode, I don't know whether I'd be confident enough to play this, because that is a bit terrifying, having to look out for signals on the side of the track. And I'm guessing with some of those signals, they might be a bit hard to see. So, I mean, it must be possible. It must be possible to play it like that. That's what real train drivers do. So the green signal is, I'm guessing, at the end here. Maybe around this corner. You want me to slow down to 15 miles? Oh, for the station. Right, you want me to slow... Okay. 15 miles an hour in 2 miles. 12:07 now, traveling at 63, so we'll do a mile a minute. And we need to do, what, less than 2 miles. So maybe I don't need to be going that fast. Take us back down. Nice. Oh, another class 45 coming the other way. Going towards Leeds, I bet. And that train is performing a real service on the timetable feature in this game, so that train is actually doing something. It's not just an NPC model thing that just appears when it wants to. Table. This whole game, so you will see the trains as they come past you, whether you're late, you're early, you're whatever. They will still run as they should do. And as far as derailing trains goes, I've never derailed a train. I don't believe that you can. Don't think that's happening. Now I'm gonna have to slow it right down though. Try for 30. Quickly take the brakes off. Or 29. 29 is close enough. Take it down to 15. Whoop. Gone past it. In fact, we completely stopped. Damn it. There you go, you can't really go ham-fisted with the brakes. And we are stopping at Staley Bridge in a moment. Yeah, don't worry game, I'm bringing it down. I'm gonna bring it down. Can we use the straight brake to do this? We might actually make this one on time. By the way, the green spots on the ground, that's where we're aiming for, but we don't need to stop in that position. Yes, there we go. And we made it under a minute early. Right, so get ready to take that off. Neutral. Throttle's off. And I believe that the braking that we're applying now is enough. lock it, wait until tilt out, forward, throttles on. Then we're moving again. I don't know, maybe the straight brake is the best thing to use. If you want to make just tiny adjustments to your speed. Though I was using it perfectly fine for the driver's brake before. I know it says I'm speeding, but it's told me it would take it up to 75 and it's its own fault if it lies to me. There we go. Put on the driver's brakes so I know. Because I don't want to get mixed up. And then find out I have zero braking power when trying to approach the station. You're turning to 50 in 600 yards, are you? That's nice. I can't understand why. Though I'm sure you got a reason. Maybe because we're going in a tunnel? Yeah, we are, aren't we? Oh, but you turn that one on. Turn that one on pretty quickly, that speed limit. Right. If you're wondering... Let me just do a quick explanation. If you're wondering what this thing is, and it looks like it shouldn't be there, and the truth is it shouldn't be there, but it is. This is an AWS sunflower. It's not officially called a sunflower, it just looks like a sunflower. That's what it's called in the world of trains. When you're speaking to drivers and stuff like that. And what that does is it's basically an acknowledgement system for the driver. So modern trains will have something like that in them. And then when a signal is coming up, it will beep, which prompts the driver to check the signal. And then once he's checked the signal, he presses the button, which is somewhere near to this system, or there's sometimes a pedal down here, but this train hasn't got one, hasn't got a pedal, so we just got that button. That shouldn't be there because at the time that these trains were actually being used, AWS wasn't a thing. AWS is basically a system that if the driver is not in his seat or he doesn't press that button, after a while that thing will kick in and that will slam on the brakes of the train. And that has caught me out once before when I turned it on, didn't realise that I had turned it on, and then I didn't actually have any volume coming through my earphones at the time. So I couldn't have heard it beeping at me to warn me, and then all of a sudden it slammed on the brakes. It's caught me out before in a more modern train. And you can really imagine my confusion as I sat there and wondered why this thing has suddenly ground to a halt, and then I realised that AWS was on when I watched the episode back, when I uploaded it onto YouTube. So that was a barrel of laughs. Can turn the throttle back up though, just for a little bit. So that's what AWS is, and how it can sometimes catch you out if you're playing this game. So if you are going to turn it on, please do remember that you've turned it on, and listen for the beep if you've turned it on. And you should know when it's on, because if it is active, this sunflower shouldn't really be yellow, it should be just black because it switches. So that's usually how you'll know if this thing turns black. Then it's on. But if it's always yellow like it is now, it's off. It's a quick way of knowing. Fun facts and handy hints. This blind, however, I believe is completely... well, it's a bit rubbish, to be honest. I mean, the light would just get in through there, wouldn't it? So I'm guessing that you have to use that. And then find some kind of crazy in-between. It doesn't really matter what's in front of me. Signals, which I'm not. Take us down to 45 then. And I believe we're getting closer to Manchester Victoria. I think we are. Yeah, in 0.9 miles you'll turn it to 20. Which is a bit weird, to be honest. Because we're not really near the station where you'd expect the speed limit to be put down to 20, but okay. Whatever you say, game. I'll do what you tell me. Or braking. Take it off. I did apply way too much braking power there. I'm going at full throttle, so should quickly get back to 20. Right. Right. So I guess it wants me to travel at pretty low speed all the way to the station now. All 1 point however many miles it is. Oh, you'll turn it back up to 40 though, won't you? Which is a bit weird. Okay, fine. So I guess I'm alright to speed up then. Right, so for that section of track you want me to go at 20... oh, because there's a station there, isn't there? Ah. That's why. just warn them that we're coming, if it really matters. Speed limit's coming out down to 15. For the rest of it, I think I'm going to use a straight brake. Fifteen. Slowed down pretty early there, but still. I do believe we might be early. 24. And then Manchester Victoria 12:27, so we are early. That's impressive. What's not impressive is I am trending upwards on my what's the Majigger? Take it down, take it off. Almost there, almost completed the service, don't worry. You're dropping it down to 10, are you? Oh, that's nice. There you are. Release, 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 work against it, work against it, work against it. There you go, air brakes. I know it says there's a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit after that, but that kind of doesn't matter, as if we pass that signal at red, that's there 150 odd yards away, we will fail it, even at the last second, so we've got to just not pass that. Ah, whatever, we'll stop here. Unlock them from the right now. Nice. And apply the handbrake, why not? Won't be going in it anywhere. Nice. And there's our, well, if you can make out that performance graph, we've pretty much always stayed along the speed limit, so that's good. Time taken 1 hour 5 minutes. This is a 1 hour 5 minute journey. We've driven 43.21 miles. And earned a silver medal, which I'm happy with, because this was driving a train that I wasn't super confident with anyway. So that is good. That's very good. Well done me. for driving for an hour and 5 minutes in that thing. Nice. Nice. And this time, I don't know whether you want to watch me do the Class 101, because that thing, I mean, I guess I could, but can't guarantee I'll be any good at it. Or if you prefer, I can do a different one. Usually Great Western Express, because whichever. Could do this one. Is any one of these shorter? I can also do one at night if you'd like. I haven't actually done one at night yet. London Painted to Oxford, I mean. Guess I'm... Oh, hold on. You know what? I'll be back in a moment.